हेलो एवरीवन, दिस इज़ पारुल गोयल फ्रॉम इन्फिनिटी विजन। आज इस सेशन में हम वी आर गोइंग टू प्ले अ क्विज विच इज़ एक्चुअली फ्रॉम द टॉपिक बायोलॉजी। आपका टॉपिक यूनिट 1 ऑफ द टॉपिक यूनिट 1 दैट इज़ ह्यूमन रिप्रोडक्शन, जिसमें आज हम क्विज सेशन करने वाले हैं। इसके लिए आप लोगों को ज्वाइन करना पड़ेगा ऑन slido.com एंड आवर कोड इज़ फॉर बायोलॉजी इज़ bio123. So I'm waiting for all of you to join as soon as possible to enjoy the quiz from the topic human reproduction, that is of unit 1. So please everybody join. Go to slido.com and put down the code bio123. Yes, please join as soon as possible. Yes, we got one student over here, that is Aditya Gupta. Please do join everybody else out there so that we can start. Aradhya is there now. I'm giving you 5 minutes, all of you, to join. It is 2:33. We'll start with 2:38. Go to slido.com, put the code bio123, all of you. Please do join faster, everybody. The quiz is going to be an interesting one. I assure you that. They are very interesting questions which you have must studied from the topic human reproduction from NCERT. अच्छे questions हैं, NCERT से हैं. Please do join. Yes, one more, that is Mayank. Yes, please do join as soon as it can be possible for you, all of you, to join. It is going to be the interesting one. Interesting topic. Hello, everyone. Hello, Aditya. There are many more to go. Please join as soon as possible so that we can start with the quiz. Go to slido.com, put the bio code, that is bio123. Yes, keep on joining. Go to slido.com, put the code bio123. Good questions are there, NCERT based questions आपको मिलेंगे. A little more could be there, which is a little like, if it is 100%, I would say 90% is from NCERT, 10% there could be questions which is actually testing your learning and your concept that you are actually learning from NCERT very well. So basically 90% questions are from NCERT and 10% could be more than that. But you will enjoy the quiz and you will get good questions. Boards के लिए भी आप prepare होंगे for the topic. Simultaneously, NEET में भी ऐसे questions कई बार आ चुके हैं. So one more is there, Anya. Beta, go to slido.com and put the code bio123. I want every student to join this quiz, because इस तरीके से हमारा ये complete topic भी revise हो जाएगा for your exams, board exams and NEET exam. Yes, one more is there. So I'm taking 1 more minute, then I'll start it. आज जिन स्टूडेंट्स ने क्विज नहीं ज्वाइन किया, अभी तक नहीं आए हैं, I'll ask in the class. I will not going to revise the topic for them, definitely. This is a sort of revision practice for the topic which is there in your exam. Good afternoon, Aradhya. Very good afternoon to you, beta. Please join faster, everyone. We are running up the time. Time is less. We have to discuss much questions based on the topic. It is already 2:40. So I guess we should start the quiz. Right, so very soon question number 1 is going to display on your screen. Okay, let's start, and the question number 1 is there on your screen. Yes, cells of Leydig. Time starts now. चारों ऑप्शंस ध्यान से पढ़ के फिर आंसर करेंगे. It checks your presence of mind that कम टाइम में आप किस तरह से क्वेश्चन को आंसर कर पाओगे, especially in the NEET exam when you have less time and much questions are there. Bio is a scoring subject. बहुत सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन है, आपने सबने जरूर पढ़ा होगा, and this is from NCERT. Okay, it's going to be N. Yes, 57% are correct. But this was simple questions. इसका मतलब टॉपिक नहीं पढ़ रहे हो if it is still 57% are correct, because this is a very simple questions. Cells of Leydig, the endocrine cells which is present in the testes, the primary sex organs of the males, right, responsible for the formation of the male gamete and the male sex hormones. So it was simple question, but then it is only 57%, which marks the right answer. Okay, we move on to the next one. The correct answer is, yes, D is the correct answer. All of the above are correct, and it was 57% who corrected. Okay, moving on to the next one. Developing sperms acquire motility in which part of the reproductive system? Again, this question is from NCERT. Motility kahan acquire karta hai male gamete in the male reproductive system, that you have to tell. In which part? Let's see how many of you are correct. Yes, 50% says epididymis, and that's the right one. But then again, only I got 50%. Simple sa question hai. Topic nahi padha abhi. That means epididymis is the right answer. Absolutely. Right, epididymis, the first one, that is the part of the male reproductive system where the male gamete, that is the sperm or spermatozoa, acquires motility and gets its movement. Right? So moving on to next one. What is the exact location of vasa efferentia? What is the exact location of vasa efferentia? That you need to tell. Where it is present, that is the part of the conducting system of the male gamete. तो आपको बताना है कहाँ present होता है. This is a little out of NCERT because the term is not given over there in the NCERT, but then we have studied in the class. You must have studied. That forms the conducting path of the sperm once it is formed in the seminiferous tubules. So what is the exact location? Yes, again 50% were right. They says it's between rete testis and epididymis. We know that the sperms are formed inside the seminiferous tubule, and then it comes out through some process that is called as spermiation. And then the tubuli recti is there, and then rete testis, and then what next rete testis is the vasa efferentia. From the vasa efferentia, it goes to epididymis, then to vas deferens, and then the follows it conducting path. So basically, vasa efferentia exist between rete testis and epididymis. So this is the conducting path of the sperm, which is in which the vasa efferentia is present between rete testis and epididymis. Okay, so 50% were correct. Though it was simple. Okay, moving on to the next one. What would happen if vasa efferentia of a man were cut? Okay. Vasa differentia of a man were cut, then what would happen? अभी तक एक भी क्वेश्चन का 100% आंसर नहीं मिला मुझको. semen is without sperm, absolutely. Because its vasa differentia has been cut. Because vasa differens is the spermatic duct, makes the conducting path. So if it is cut, semen will be produced, that is the ejaculatory fluid of the male will be there, but then it is without sperms because it does not, the vasa differens, because it has been cut, it will not able to carry these sperms through the conducting path. That is why the ejaculatory fluid of the males, that is semen, is without sperm. So our option is, the correct option is absolutely option D. That is, semen is without sperm. Again, I got 50% correct only. Sorry, moving on to next one. Seminal plasma in human males is rich in. तो composition बताना है आपको seminal plasma का, which is being produced by the seminal vesicle, which is one of the accessory glands present in males. Yes, it is fructose and calcium. Absolutely correct. It is fructose and calcium. Fructose is the sugar that gives energy to the cell, right? It gives the energy to the cell, and the calcium is also present there. So basically in seminal plasma, which is being produced by the seminal vesicle present in the accessory glands, in case of male reproductive system, its composition is fructose and calcium. ठीक है, 67% and correct, but then still I want 100% to be correct. चलिए स्कोर देख लेते हैं थोड़ा सा. That is Mayank got 4 out of 5, Aditya got 4 out of 5, Garima is 3 out of 5, and Anya is 1 out of 5. Anya and Garima, beta why so we are getting 4 or 3 or 1 out of 5? Please do focus on the questions. Questions are very easy. बहुत सिंपल से क्वेश्चंस हैं, वी हैव डिस्कस्ड इन द क्लास एज वेल. तो गलत नहीं होने चाहिए. अब नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन आई एम सेइंग टू बोथ ऑफ यू, गरिमा एंड आन्या, दीज आर एनसीईआरटी क्वेश्चंस. हमने सब डिस्कस भी किया है क्लास में अच्छे से. सो आई एम चेकिंग यू, आई विल कीप एन आई ऑन बोथ ऑफ यू, गरिमा एंड आन्या. दिस टाइम इट शुड बी आउट ऑफ 100, इट शुड बी 5 out of 5. चलिए मूविंग ऑन टू नेक्स्ट वन. At the first meiotic division, male germ cell differentiates into. स्पर्मेटोजेनेसिस से क्वेश्चन है, आपकी किताब में गिवन है, बहुत अच्छे से उसका पूरा चार्ट गिवन है एनसीईआरटी में. अगर आपने पढ़ा होगा आप तुरंत इसको आंसर कर दोगे. एक मिनट भी ज़्यादा है इस क्वेश्चन के लिए. इट शुड बी इन हाफ मिनट, इट शुड बी सॉल्व बाय यू. अभी भी गलत करोगे तो आई मीन टॉपिक, यू नीड टू लर्न द टॉपिक, यू नीड टू स्टडी द टॉपिक. सेकेंडरी स्पर्मेटोसाइट, बिल्कुल ठीक बात. इट इज द सेकेंडरी स्पर्मेटोसाइट. 83% आर करेक्ट. दैट मीन्स इस टाइम तो एक बहुत अच्छा वाला थंब बनता है. दैट इज सेकेंडरी oocyte. बिल्कुल ठीक आप लोगों ने बोला. Because at the time of first meiotic division, that is what meiosis 1 is actually taking place on the primary spermatocyte, है ना. तो primary spermatocyte पे जब meiosis 1 चलेगा, then the resultant will be the secondary spermatocyte. Then the further process goes on because we know that meiosis completed in 2 steps. But at the first meiotic division, what we get is the secondary spermatocyte from the primary spermatocyte. ठीक है? I guess समझ आ रहा होगा सबको? And the question is very simple that we are doing. You all need to study NCERT for such questions. Shall we moving on to the next one? All of the following are haploid except. All of the following are haploid except. "19, 18, 17, 16 seconds are left. But the question is simple. 60% said secondary oocyte. Question is all of the following are haploid. बेटा haploid पूछा है आपसे, आपने क्या आंसर किया है? क्वेश्चन से इसे समझ नहीं आया मतलब. If you are saying secondary oocyte 60%. अरे अभी इसके पहले वाला क्वेश्चन में क्या था? meiosis 1 चला था प्राइमरी oocyte पे, तो प्राइमरी oocyte पे meiosis 1 चल के ही तो सेकेंडरी oocyte बना था. और इफ यू नो द सेल साइकिल, meiosis 1 अगर चलेगा, रिजल्टेंट सेल विल बी हेप्लॉइड इन नेचर. तो अभी हमने पीछे देखा था, पीछे वाले क्वेश्चन पे, दैट प्राइमरी स्पर्मेटोसाइट पे क्या चला आपका. यहाँ पे हम बात करते हैं बिकॉज oocyte एंड प्राइमरी स्पर्मेटोसाइट इज गिवन. तो तुम लोगों ने इसमें मेरे ख्याल से तुम लोगों को कंफ्यूजन हुआ. बिकॉज देखो हमेशा ध्यान रखना, कंपैरेटिव स्टडी करना गैमेटोजेनेसिस की, चाहे हम oogenesis की बात करें यानी कि फॉर्मेशन ऑफ ओवम, या फिर हम स्पर्मेटोजेनेसिस की बात करें, या फिर दैट इज फॉर्मेशन ऑफ द स्पर्म. तो दोनों ही केस पे, if it is oogenesis, that is primary oocyte. If it is spermatogenesis, that is primary spermatocyte. दोनों ही केस पे प्राइमरी सेल पे meiosis चलेगा. तो अगर meiosis चलेगा प्राइमरी सेल पे, that means secondary will always the haploid cell, है ना. और क्वेश्चन क्या पूछा है? ऑल ऑफ द फॉलोइंग आर haploid except. आपसे पूछ रहे हैं चारों में से कौन सा हैप्लॉइड सेल नहीं है. तो सेकेंडरी oocyte कैसे हैप्लॉइड सेल नहीं है? वो तो सेकेंडरी oocyte इज एन हैप्लॉइड सेल, क्योंकि प्राइमरी oocyte पे हमने meiosis 1 चला दिया. रिजल्टेंट विल बी दी हैप्लॉइड सेल. तो फिर कैसे 60% आर सेइंग दिस दैट सेकेंडरी oocyte इज द आंसर? वी आर आस्किंग एक्सेप्ट all are haploid. So that means primary spermatocyte is the haploid cell. All of the following are haploid except this is the diploid cell, क्योंकि meiosis 1 चलेगा हमारा primary spermatocyte पे, resultant will be secondary spermatocyte. बाकी तीनों cells की हम बात करें, spermatids, secondary oocyte, sperm, all these are what? All these are haploid cell except primary spermatocyte. ठीक है. देखो ये क्वेश्चन थोड़ा सा ट्रिकी है, ट्रिकी इन द सेंस कि अगर आपने स्पर्मेटोजेनेसिस, oogenesis मींस गैमेटोजेनेसिस अच्छे से नहीं पढ़ा है, थॉरोली नहीं पढ़ा है, डेफिनेटली यू विल हैव अ कंफ्यूजन. एंड कंफ्यूजन बिल्कुल मुझे इस आंसर में दिखाई दे रहा है आपके. सो प्लीज डू रीड द gametogenesis process in both cases, that is males and females, spermatogenesis and oogenesis. ठीक है. primary spermatocyte is the correct one, और मेरे को आंसर बिल्कुल 60% मिला है, that was the wrong answer. तो primary spermatocyte is the right answer. Please do learn the topic. चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन के लिए. In many mammals, testis remains outside the body cavity in the scrotal sac because. तो रीजन बताना है आपको, why it is remains outside the abdominal cavity and placed in a particular sac like structure, that is scrotum. क्यों है ऐसा? Simple सा question है ये. Last one was little tricky, but this is very simple, straightforward, fact-based question. Yes. 80% says this time spermatogenesis occurs at a temperature lower than that of the body. Absolutely. You know, scrotum is actually the thermoregulator. The spermatogenesis needs 2 to 3 lower temperature than the body temperature. And the temperature of the scrotum is 2 to 3 degree lower than the body temperature. That is why this testes are, because testes is the organ where the spermatogenesis takes place. So that is why testes are placed in the structure that is called as scrotum, where temperature is lesser than the body temperature. That is why the spermatogenesis occur at a lower temperature than the body. The testes are placed in this sac-like structure, that is scrotum. So we have got 80% correct, and that's nice. But the question was very simple. Chaliye, moving on to next one. Okay, moving on to next one. What happens during spermatogenesis? देखो थोड़ा सा ट्रिकी क्वेश्चन है, अगर पढ़ा होगा तभी इसको आंसर करोगे. Spermatogenesis में कौन कौन से प्रोसेस follows that you have to tell. Yes, beta, you can go for that. Yes, Anuj, class 10th. You want to, yes, we can live without it, but yet the population is growing rapid. Why? Okay. If you want to go to the questions, go to it. Just go to slido.com and then put the bio code, that is bio 123. You'll get the questions on your screen. What happens during spermatogenesis? 67% says it is both A and B, and that is the right answer. Both A and B. See, when we'll go through the process of spermatogenesis, there is male immature sex cell, जिसको हम spermatogonia बोलते हैं. Right? Spermatogonia undergoes the process of mitosis and continuously dividing throughout the cycle of the male, throughout the life of the male. That is why males, this is one of the reasons that why males are able to produce the sperm throughout the life, because they are preparing the precursor itself for the sperms. And what is the precursor for the formation of sperm? That is spermatogonia. And they are forming themselves by the process of mitosis. That means mitosis is the beginning of the precursor of the formation of the sperm. Right? So mitosis takes place in the beginning. Once the spermatogonia is formed, then the growth takes place and primary spermatocyte formed. And then, as we have discussed in the previous question, that on primary spermatocyte, meiosis 1 takes place. That means resultant will be secondary spermatocyte. So both mitosis and meiosis takes place in the process of spermatogenesis. This is what the question is asking, that what happens during spermatogenesis? Both mitosis and meiosis takes place in the process of spermatogenesis. And 67% was right, but then I'm expecting more. Chaliye, moving on to next one. What next says is, which one is correct? है ना, आपको थोड़ा सा ट्रिकी क्वेश्चन है, अभी वैसे हम डिस्कस कर चुके हैं इस चीज को, बट यू नीड टू फोकस दैट व्हाट इज क्वेश्चन इज आस्किंग विच वन इज करेक्ट. है ना, बहुत ध्यान से पढ़ के चारों ऑप्शंस को इसको मार्क करना. Interesting question. Yes, it says meiosis 1 occur in primary oocyte. 80% says that meiosis 1 occur in primary oocytes, and this is what I told you in the last question, right? बिल्कुल सही बात, 80% was correct, and that is very good. 20% says meiosis 1 takes place in spermatids. No, not at all. Spermatids और भी बाद में बनते हैं. One secondary oocyte is formed. Then the formation of these spermatids takes place from the secondary spermatocyte. तो spermatids कैसे आंसर हो सकता है इसका? It will be meiosis 1 occur in primary spermatocyte. This is the correct statement and 80% was right. So that is good. चलिए, moving on to next one. Okay, first we'll check the marks. Mayank 8 out of 10, Garima 7 out of 10. So ठीक है इस बार. Aditya 7 out of 10. Anya 3 out of 10. Anya, you're not improving. But it was simple questions and we have studied all in the class. लग रहा है तूने टॉपिक रिवाइज नहीं किया तब से, है ना? You need a quick revision of the topic. Anya, please go through that. टॉपिक आप रिवाइज करोगे. Okay, Anya, but then Aditya, Garima is doing good. Mayank is also doing good. But I want 10 on 10. कब मिलेंगे मुझे 10 on 10? I mean, next May, this was the quiz is going to come, you know, these kind of quiz we are going to organize very soon, off and on. So next time pe, I don't want this result. Because there was very, very simple questions based on NCERT only, up till now. चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. Next question क्या बोल रहा है? The process of release of sperms from seminiferous tubules is called. Process बताना है आपको जिस process से sperm seminiferous tubule से release होता है. Anuj, you'll get your answer after the ending of this quiz. Don't worry. Yes, 67% says that it is spermiation. Absolutely, it is spermiation. The process where the sperms is released from the seminiferous tubule. As I told you earlier, that the testes, I mean, the sperms are produced in the seminiferous tubules, and that is why we say that the structural and functional units of testes are seminiferous tubule, because there is a place, there is a site where the male gamete is going to form. Right, and from the process by which it is released from the seminiferous tubule, that is the spermiation. Absolutely, 67% was correct, but I want more to be correct next time. Next question says, which one of the following hormones acts on Sertoli cells and stimulate the secretion of some factors, which helps in the process of spermatogenesis? ठीक है, तो आपको बताना है कौन सा हार्मोन एक्ट करेगा सर्टोली सेल्स पे. बहुत ध्यान से चारों ऑप्शंस को रीड करके देन प्लीज डू मार्क द आंसर. ठीक है, ऐसे रैंडमली नहीं मार्क करना, समझना क्वेश्चन क्या पूछ रहा है. अकॉर्डिंगली प्लीज मार्क द आंसर. FSH, absolutely, 67% mark FSH. FSH is the correct answer. FSH stands for follicle stimulating hormone. है ना? Sertoli cells are present actually the adjacent cells of the immature male sex cells, और वहीं पर ये हार्मोन एक्ट करता है सर्टोली सेल्स पे, बिकॉज दीज आर द नरिशिंग सेल्स और द मदर सेल्स विच इज कंटिन्यूसली गोइंग टू हेल्प द sperms throughout its development. So that is why FSH will act in Sertoli cell to function it for the developing sperm. ठीक है, तो Sertoli cells पे एक्ट करेगा FSH और Sertoli cells sperms developing में हेल्प करेगा. ठीक है, 67% आर करेक्ट. Moving on to next one. Role of distal centriole of sperm is to. है ना, आपको बताना है कि स्पर्म में जो सेंट्रियोल प्रेजेंट होता है उसमें से जो डिस्टल सेंट्रियोल होता है उसका क्या काम होता है, दैट यू नीड टू टेल. सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन है, अगर आपने स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ स्पर्म पढ़ा होगा तो डेफिनेटली यू आर गोइंग टू आंसर दिस क्वेश्चन बिल्कुल ठीक तरीके से. Okay, it says induced cleavage in zygote, complete secondary maturation division, provides energy for the sperm movement. Centriole कब से energy provide करने लगा? सेल टॉपिक भी नहीं क्लियर है, इसका मतलब आप लोगों का क्लास 11th से, विच इज ऑल्सो अ पार्ट ऑफ द सिलेबस फॉर नीट एग्जाम. अगर आप इस क्वेश्चन का आंसर देते हैं जो कि मुझे दिख रहा है स्क्रीन पे, 33% सेज प्रोवाइड्स एनर्जी फॉर द स्पर्म मूवमेंट. सेंट्रियोल कभी एनर्जी प्रोवाइड नहीं करता सेल को. 0% फॉर्म्स द टेल. दैट इज द आंसर एक्चुअली. इंड्यूस्ड क्लीवेज डिवीजन, हम कौन से सेंट्रियोल की बात कर रहे हैं? डिस्टल सेंट्रियोल की. इसका मतलब सेल स्ट्रक्चर नहीं पढ़ा आप लोगों ने. देयर आर टू सेंट्रियोल्स प्रेजेंट इन द नेक ऑफ द स्पर्म, that is proximal centriole and the distal centriole. जो आपने ये कहानी दी है ना, induced cleavage in zygote 50%, that was done by the proximal centriole which is present towards the head, and the distal centriole is present towards the middle piece of the sperm. That forms the tail and that provides the motility to the cell. बात समझ में आ रही है? दैट फॉर्म्स द टेल एंड दैट प्रोवाइड्स द मोटालिटी टू द सेल. जो आपने कहानी दी है मुझे 50% आप लोगों ने, दैट इंड्यूस्ड क्लीवेज इन zygote, दैट इज द फंक्शन ऑफ द प्रॉक्सिमल सेंट्रियोल विच इज प्रेजेंट टूवर्ड्स द हेड. ठीक है, सो दिस इज नॉट द आंसर दैट मेनी ऑफ यू गिव. 50% गिव्स यू, दैट मीन्स आपने स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ स्पर्म बिल्कुल ठीक से नहीं पढ़ा. नोबडी सेड द राइट आंसर, 0%. Right, but distal centriole forms the tail of the sperm and the proximal centriole induces cleavage in zygote. Question आपको सही से समझ नहीं आया, that means या आपने सही से read नहीं किया question. We are talking about distal centriole, not proximal centriole. ठीक है, Anya, Garima and rest of you. I don't know you have marked it or right or wrong, Garima and Anya, we'll see in a minute. But then definitely you must have marked the wrong because 0% is right. ठीक है, तो I am not happy with this at all. You need to study the actually you need to revise the topic again. चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं next question के लिए. It says the acrosome plays important role in. है ना, acrosome का क्या रोल होता है? Yes, let's see क्या आंसर करते हैं आप लोग. Yes, this time you are correct that it is going to help in the penetration of ovum by the sperm. है ना? Actually acrosome is the structure which is present on the head of the sperm. ठीक है? Okay, this is the the marks which is going to be there up till now. Mayank 11 out of 14, Garima 10 out of 14, Aditya 9 out of 14. Anya 3 out of 14. Anya, you are not doing good at all, beta. Aditya, you are doing good. Garima, this is good. ठीक है, तो हम डिस्कस कर रहे थे acrosome वाला part, that acrosome is a structure which is present on the head of the sperm, and once the sperm is going to reach to the ovum, this structure is going to penetrate the ovum for the fertilization process. Actually, that is the beginning of the fertilization. ठीक है, so but your people are not doing well as much as I expected, because I have taken very simple questions which is actually based on NCERT. है ना? और तो you people need to learn more. According to me, you need to learn more. You need to revise the topic. I guess topic revise किए बगैर आए हो. This is my gut feeling. चलिए next question पे चलते हैं. Next question says, cavity of Graafian follicle is called. If you have studied the oogenesis, you must be knowing about Graafian follicle. तो उसकी cavity को हम क्या बोलते हैं, आपको ये बताना है. सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन है, 100% सही आना चाहिए इसका आंसर. आपकी किताब में गिवन है. %67%. Still, I am not impressed at all. I thought it should be 100% right. Antrum is the cavity which is present in the Graafian follicle. If you have studied the oogenesis properly, so you must have seen that there is a developing stage of the different follicles. We start with primordial follicle, then primary follicle, then secondary follicle, then tertiary follicle, and then the Graafian follicle. So the cavity present in the Graafian follicle, which is the mature follicle. And on the rupturing of mature follicle, that is Graafian, we are going to get the ovum through the process of ovulation, right? So basically, antrum is the cavity which is present inside this mature follicle, that is called as Graafian follicle. ठीक है, but still, I mean, I didn't get 100% right for not a single question still. चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं, देखते हैं next question says, okay, Aradhya 12 out of 15, Mayank 12 out of 15, Garima 11 out of 15. ठीक है, not bad but not even good according to me. You need to practice, you need to revise, you need to learn. MCQs, multiple choice questions की practice की आप लोगों को ज़रूरत है. If you want to score out of out. चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं, next question. In mammals, fertilization occur in. It is the simplest one. इससे simple क्वेश्चन नहीं बन सकता इन ह्यूमन रिप्रोडक्शन टॉपिक. तो फर्टिलाइजेशन कहाँ पर होता है मैमल्स में, आपको ये बताना है. स्पेसिफिकेशन नहीं है अभी, इट इज जस्ट द ऑर्गन नेम, द सेकेंडरी सेक्स ऑर्गन विच इज गिवन इन द क्वेश्चन. तो उसका नाम आपको बताना है. लेट्स सी कितना सही बताते हो. इट शुड बी 100% करेक्ट अकॉर्डिंग टू मी. सबको मालूम होना चाहिए इसका आंसर. देखते हैं कितना टॉपिक आपने पढ़ा है ये. एज इफ नाउ आई एम नॉट हैप्पी सीइंग योर स्कोर. Let's see. Yes. Still 67%. It was such a simple question. क्या बात है, पढ़ नहीं रहे हो टॉपिक मतलब? हाँ, how can I participate in it? Rajkumar. Better go to slido.com and then put the code bio123. You'll get the questions on your screen. Okay? But this question I was expecting 100% should be correct. कुछ तुम लोग कुछ यहाँ पर है ऐसे जो टॉपिक नहीं पढ़ रहे हैं. Again I would say the same thing. The correct option is fallopian tubes. जो कि मुझे सिर्फ 67% मिला है. कैसे पढ़ रहे हो टॉपिक? समझ नहीं आ रही मुझे बात. We have discussed this topic so much thoroughly in the class, and there are students who are not getting the right answer for such a simple question. चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. Next question says, in human fertilization occur at the junction of. We know that there are different structures of the fallopian tubes. तो fallopian tube के कौन से junction में fertilization होता है? अभी आपको ये बताना है. Yes, I got the, how much percentage is correct this time? Let's see. 40%. 40% are correct only. That is at the junction of isthmus and ampulla. आपकी किताब NCERT में बहुत अच्छे से line given है that the fertilization takes place at isthmic ampullary junction, which is the two parts of the fallopian tubes. है ना? But only 40% was correct. But you need to practice. The question was very simple. NCERT question था. अगर इसे भी नहीं कर पाओगे तो नीट तो बहुत दूर की बात है, बोर्ड्स में ही कुछ नहीं कर पाओगे, है ना? अगर आप इस क्वेश्चन को गलत आंसर कर रहे हैं तो आप डाउटफुल है कि बोर्ड में आपके बोर्ड एग्जाम्स में आपके कितने मार्क्स आएंगे. इट वाज सच अ सिंपल क्वेश्चन. चलिए मूविंग ऑन टू नेक्स्ट वन. मतलब अगली बारी मुझे और सिंपल रखना पड़ेगा आप लोगों के लिए. Fimbriated funnel shaped structure is a part of. Fimbriated funnel shaped structure is a part of. लेट्स सी इस बार कितने सही करते हैं आप लोग. fallopian tube, absolutely. अभी कुछ अच्छा लगा देख के कि पढ़ रहे हो. अभी तक it was not a good feeling. But now I can say थोड़ा सा after discussing that questions also that yes, fimbriated, fimbria are the structures, the finger-like projection present at the most posterior part of the fallopian tubes which captures the oocyte at the time of ovulation. है ना? So basically these are the parts of the fallopian tubes. चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. Lower narrow end of the uterus is called. Lower narrow end of the uterus is called. Structure बताना है आपको क्या हुआ है. End of uterus is present what? Simplest question. आपकी किताब में डायग्राम बना हुआ है फीमेल रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम का. उसको ही अगर आपने देखा होगा, पढ़ा होगा, आप विद इन 15 सेकेंड्स का ये क्वेश्चन है, आप तुरंत इसको आंसर कर दोगे. 1 मिनट भी बहुत ज़्यादा है इस क्वेश्चन के लिए. इट शुड टेक ओनली 15 सेकेंड्स टू डू दिस क्वेश्चन. लेट्स सी क्या कहते हैं आप लोग. Yes, this is the first question I got 100% correct and that is very good. Simplest question था, लेकिन आप लोग के efforts अच्छे थे. आप I mean 100% was right that this is the answer. Cervix is the part which is present at the end of the uterus. ठीक है? So this is from the female reproductive system given in your NCERT. Moving on to next one. Birth canal is composed of. Birth canal means कि from where the parturition takes place. है ना? तो आपको birth canal बताना है. It is composed of which two organs of the female reproductive system? Yes, Rajkumar, you were right that the answer is cervix. Let's see this one. How many of you go for the right one? Vagina and cervical canal. बिल्कुल ठीक बात. Many of you are writing is uterus and vagina. Not at all. Birth canal is composed of from where the parturition takes place. That means the birth of the baby takes place. Uterus is a back where this is the site of the development of the fetus. So that is not the birth canal. Birth canal means where the parturition takes place. That means the birth of the baby after the gestation period, right? So it is the vagina and the cervical canal that forms the birth canal and from where the parturition takes place. चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं next question के लिए. How many ova and sperms would be produced from 100 secondary oocyte and 50 primary spermatocyte? Let's see. थोड़ा सा tricky question है, पर अगर आपने gametogenesis, that means oogenesis and spermatogenesis अच्छे से पढ़े हैं, so definitely आपको आंसर मिल जाएगा. Let's see how many of you are correct. It is 100 ova and see, let's see. Yes, how many of you are correct? 50% of you are correct. You're writing 33 of you are giving the answer 100 ova and 100 sperms. क्यों हम तो primary spermatocyte की बात कर रहे हैं, है ना? If in the question it was secondary spermatocyte, है ना? अगर क्वेश्चन में आपके होता secondary spermatocyte, तब आपका आंसर 33% was right. तब your option will be number 1. लेकिन we know that meiosis 1 takes place in primary spermatocyte and then meiosis 2 takes place on secondary spermatocytes. Resultant will be the 4 spermatids and then 4 sperms. That means out from the 50 primary spermatocyte, we'll get 200 sperms. Right? And from 100 secondary oocytes, we'll get 100 ova. So our correct answer is option number 2. That is 100 ova and 200 sperms. ठीक है, तो 50% was right. Moving on to next question. Which one of the following pair is diploid? अब आपको बताना है इनमें से कौन सा पेयर जो है वो डिप्लॉइड सेल्स का है. That you have to tell. लेट्स सी क्या करते हैं आप लोग. आंसर सिंपल क्वेश्चन है. Oogonium and spermatogonium 60% says and that is the right one. है ना. अभी तो मैंने बताया था पिछले क्वेश्चन में spermatids are formed from the secondary spermatocyte. That means it must be diploid नहीं होगा, ये haploid होगा. Similarly sperm तो अपने आप में एक haploid cell है, male gamete cell है. फर्स्ट पे आ जाते हैं प्राइमरी एंड सेकेंडरी oocyte. हमने meiosis चला दिया. That means secondary spermatocyte is the haploid cell and the question is asking about the pair of diploid cell. So but natural है. Oogonium and the spermatogonium are the female and male immature sex cells जिसपे कि oogenesis and spermatogenesis चलेगा and they are going to produce the ovum and the sperm respectively. ठीक है, तो 60% was right. Moving on to next question. Menstrual cycle in human female. Yes, menstrual cycle in human female. आपको बताना है ऑप्शंस में से क्या सही बात है about menstrual cycle. सिंपल क्वेश्चन है. अगर आपने मेंस्ट्रुअल साइकिल का बिगिनिंग पार्ट भी पढ़ा होगा तो डेफिनेटली यू आर गोइंग टू आंसर दिस क्वेश्चन. कंसेप्चुअल क्वेश्चन नहीं है, फैक्ट बेस्ड क्वेश्चन है. लेट्स सी आप लोग क्या आंसर करते हैं. हाउ मेनी परसेंटेज आर करेक्ट. सी 100%. That's very good. I love that. Yes, it occurs between puberty and menopause. है ना, because it is saying question is asking menstrual cycle in human female. देखो puberty is a stage that means the female reaches to its reproductive phase. है ना, तो between puberty means the menarche is there, starting of the menstrual cycle. Menopause means it is the end of the menstrual cycle. So basically it is a reproductive life cycle between the puberty and the menopause, and that is the period where menstrual cycle is going to take place in females. Moving on to next one, the follicle that ruptures at the time of ovulation promptly fills with blood, forming. Again a simple one. NCERT question है, NCERT में आपके given है. अभी तक मुझे 2 क्वेश्चन के आंसर 100% करेक्ट मिले हैं. अदरवाइज आप लोगों ने आंसर्स ठीक नहीं किए हैं. अभी देखते हैं आपका स्केल क्या बोलेगा, कहाँ पे आप लोग स्टैंड कर रहे हैं। Yes, I got how much percentage? Corpus hemorrhagicum, the follicle that ruptures at the time of ovulation. है ना? See, basically, corpus hemorrhagicum is the first one to form, but then if we have to answer that rupturing of the follicle, graphene follicles result into the formation of which endocrine gland, you will answer corpus luteum. ठीक है? So corpus luteum is the correct answer, right? And I got only 33%. Okay, next question is, during ovulation, ovum is discharged from follicle, graphene follicle at which stage? आपको बताना है कौन से stage पे it is going to be discharged from the graphene follicle. सिंपल क्वेश्चन है, आपकी एनसीईआरटी में गिवन है. Let's say 100%. I was expecting the same. It is the secondary oocyte stage. Ovum is released at secondary oocyte stage. And ovum is formed when the secondary oocyte is going to penetrate by the sperm after the sexual intercourse or after the coitus. ठीक है, चलिए moving on to next one. Ovulation in the human female normally takes place during the menstrual cycle. कौन सी stage पे होता है ovulation during the menstrual cycle? This you have to tell. सेकेंड लास्ट क्वेश्चन है, ध्यान से पढ़िएगा, कंसेप्चुअल क्वेश्चन है. Yes, I was expecting the same. 100% was right. Yes, this is very, very good because it is the beginning of the proliferative phase, and once the proliferative phase is done, that means the follicles are formed. Then only the ovulation will be there, because then only the secondary oocyte will be present in the graphene follicle. Once all the developing stages have been done, then the formation will be the graphene follicle, and the rupturing of the graphene follicle results into the release of ovum, and that is ovulation. बिल्कुल ठीक बात. It is very good that you people all know that. It is 100% correct. It is the end of the proliferative phase. चलिए, moving on to next one. The cellular layer that disintegrates and regenerates again and again in human is. Again a simple one. It should also be 100% correct. Last question. ध्यान से पढ़ के कीजिएगा. Yes, and I got the answer. Let's see how many of you are correct. 83%. I was expecting the 100% because it was very simple question. Hannah? It is the correct answer, that is endometrium of uterus, but only 83% are correct, but then it is okay. But what I find after this quiz that the topic is not touched by you काफ़ी टाइम से, बिकॉज दिस इज़ अ बिगनिंग टॉपिक, तो आई गेस आप लोग ने स्टार्टिंग ऑफ द सेशन ये टॉपिक पढ़ा होगा और आप लोग इस क्विज में पार्टिसिपेट करने बिफोर रिवाइजिंग द टॉपिक आए हैं, बिकॉज द क्वेश्चंस वर वेरी सिंपल. आई वाज एक्सपेक्टिंग कि आपके सारे क्वेश्चंस ठीक होने चाहिए थे, but इस तरह की क्विज वी विल कंटिन्यू टू डू सच क्विजेस, एंड इन द नेक्स्ट वीक or maybe in the next to next week we'll again have the we'll again go over the same quiz from which has been taken from the different topic. Next we'll take up from either from reproductive health or from the second unit. These kind of questions will be continued there, and please do prepare the topic before opting for such quiz, because you know once you revise the topic and you get the right answer, that will boost your morale that आपको topic अच्छे से आता है. You can now do the questions in the exam as well, because this question is basically based on the NEET exam and your board's exam. So I will love if you join the quiz before revising the topic. एक बार topic revise करके ज़रूर आइएगा इस quiz में. Last में next again हम दूसरा topic पे quiz करेंगे, maybe in the next topic or the topic from the unit 2. So that's all for today's. Thank you all for joining. Goodbye.